One is right in front of a fucking tower, isn't it? Guess we're gonna ask the merchant then. Yeah, let's not bother the poor child while it's trying to save the environment or something. Well, I shall believe. Okay. Turn ship. Turn ship. Why didn't I just land on the fucking beach? Would have made life probably a bit easier, but oh well. Too late to complain. And so we just decided to take a random break. Turtles. Plonk. I have a distinct feeling this will not be the last fucking side quest from this particular little individual. For some mysterious reason, I don't know what. Got more skills. Seriously. It never ends. Actually, just out of pure interest, do I have any other skill books that I just didn't look at? Actually, I haven't looked at my inventory in quite a while now that I think about it. Probably not a bad idea to get and actually use the fucking Seagoat incense and not just carrying it around with me like a fucking idiot. Seems a bit wasteful to not actually, you know, make use of it. That's cute. I'd rather like them to come along on their own free will. Jesus. Okay, the whole fucking list of materials. Including rainbow lamps though. It's kinda cute. We still found all the fishies, sadly. I do think we have found all these small fishies, though. Which is, you know, good start, good start. Yeah, let me see how bad it is now. Play dense. 50 SP though. I had a lot of strength though. Might actually be something to look forward to. And there's Tornado Edge. Seems a bit too specific for my personal taste. Oh well. Well, back to sailing then. And collecting random bits along the way. Sure, sometimes, you know, black silver stuff just randomly swims in the ocean apparently. I'm not complaining about that, mind you. I think so far, the only real quote-unquote farming for any materials was when I decided to sail the currents in the last area a few times for some extra shell rocks. So honestly, so far, pretty damn nice. The amount of extra time that you need to invest, that is. Oh, lucky! I don't think you can hit me, eh? Not the brightest eye, you know. More shell rocks. Now that I don't need them anymore, I'm not too pleased with them. I would rather get the other one. A city, you say? Could be a city. It looks more like a fort, though. You know, as in a bit more of a defended thing. But you'll not shoot me while I'm trying to, you know, look at this nice little corner here. God damn it, I'm never gonna get that away, am I? Yeah, no, not completely, sadly. It is going to irk me for a while, I can tell you that much. Actually, now that I look closer, there seems to be at least something that looks like a city. Well, lots of towers aren't there. Well then, what will we meet this time? Little mana. Yeah, goddamned game. Yo, Elteri, welcome. Would make sense. Well, time to go all mana again. We start collecting things. I have a distinct feeling there's gonna be lots of them. Yes, maybe even a new fish, and we're almost at the left distance. Nothing new? Sadly, nothing new. My sadness is everlasting. Partly. I have a distinct feeling it will not be a peaceful visit. What type of pipe do we have? What's the fucking English word? One of the straight ones is what I wanted to say, because that is technically correct, but I don't know if that is the right terminology in English. Sadly, when it comes to pipes, my knowledge might be vast, but my knowledge in the Grande language is sadly not as big. I mean, you can look up the pipes themselves, I suppose. Technically speaking, you just have to look for phone, so... It should make it a lot easier for you. Get wrecked, creature. Was that enough? A church ward sounds like something very different than a pipe, interestingly enough. Have to look that up. I haven't heard that before. Well, it doesn't really mean much, but... It's not finished yet, and still, for some reason, it gave me a new skill. Interesting. I was not expecting that. For some mystical reason. You're actually telling me that's treasure, yeah. Well, I can tell you that Warden is indeed not trifle, but yeah, I guess it's the first time that some people were creative with naming things however they wanted, so I'm gonna take your word for it and take a look in a moment. It's going to make it far easier for me to see where you're coming from. These things really do have too much health. That's not a good start.
建物の屋根本当に街が丸ごと沈んじまってるんだ。マナライドでうまく渡っていくわよ。こんなものがあったとは。
It gives me a good opportunity to prepare my pipe as well, so that is not a bad thing. I personally prefer anything of the make of Power, after all. I'm pretty good. In case you're wondering, that is of course also a short handle. Very correctly, it would be the Vereinigten Pfeifenwerke Nürnberg, or the United Pipe Manufacturers of Nuremberg, if you wanted to go full English. I think they give you a pretty good deal about... where's the right tab? Whenever I need one. A pretty good deal between what you're actually paying them, what you get, and for those with a bit more of a specialized taste, something special, you can actually get the variants that have the... let me see, can you see that? Yeah, probably. Do you see? There's sometimes a white point on the mouthpiece. That indicates that it's a model that has a particularly nice look to the wood. So if you fancy yourself something a bit more fancy than the average, they have something for you as well. But they also just have a nice assortment of standard ones. Let's see. Actually, let me just copy that from your pocket text. It's gonna make it easier for me. Bap. One of those, one of the elongated mouthpieces. Oh, well. That's just the mouthpiece, to be fair. A reading pipe, so to speak, is what it is, type-wise. Very much a different set of beast compared to what I have. Not that I don't have one of those, mind you. It's just that I, well, use it for its intended purpose most of the time, which is quite a bit different from what I do now. As you can see, my pipe is just a nice little straight one. Which... don't even know if I preferred necessarily, but you mean of the church warden? The church warden, that is basically just a pipe that you use for reading. It has a longer neck to it, so that it is farther away from your face, so that the smoke doesn't, is directly in your face. Which makes it a reading pipe, as it allows you to read rather comfortably while smoking your pipe. While this one here, this is more for, actually just smoking, and not doing anything aside. But then again, I guess you could say in my case, one reason why I prefer this is probably in part because I smoked cigarettes for a long, long while, and this feels a lot closer to a cigarette than if I had to hold it here. But I mean, it is cool. And if you want to smoke it, it's gonna feel cool as well. But it takes some care if you want to use it for a longer time, that is. After all, pipes do take a bit more work than your old average cigarette. Which is kinda part of the charm, honestly, if you ask me, but unless you're one of those guys who just buys something like this and then puts it somewhere up on the shelf or something, so people look at it and go like, wow, that kinda looks cute. You do realize that it's a thing that is supposed to be used, right? Indeed. The cleaning, also, very important. Because after a while, the actual space inside your head will get smaller and smaller because lots and lots more of the stuff that is not fully combusted will actually burn itself into the wood. And you do have to care for that. And as for the mouthpiece, or well, the neck of one of these church warden pipes, a bit much of a bitch more to clean, to be fair. But it's kind of the price you pay. In this case, yeah, it's just a nice straight one. You get some pipe cleaner sticks and you're basically done with this one. Which I do prefer, mind you. Because even when you already do something that gives you more work, there's a certain limit to it. Which is why for average days I would always prefer, something like this, just a nice, straight, simple one. I don't know if they're still selling this, but there was, for a while at least, from Found themselves a so-called starter set, which includes basically one of those, one simple straight pipe. Probably not this one specifically, because this one was a bit more pricier, but something like this. Plus, I think, an combi tool, one of those little thingies here, these thingies. And I think some filters and something else. Short and passing, I don't know if they're selling it any longer, but maybe that might be something you also want to look at some point. Might be worth your time. I think it costed like 60 bucks or so, so for starter kitting for pipe smoking, that's pretty damn cheap. It also makes it a lot less annoying when you actually not that experienced with pipes and you ruin your first pipe, which is something that always happens, that nobody ever listens to me until they did ruin their 200 euro plus pipe. And then they start shouting and screaming like, why, how could this happen, oh my god, and you're sitting there like, well, I kinda warned you about this, didn't I? Bitch. Just a bit of advice, it's always gonna end up like this, so everybody ruins their first pipe. There have not been any, anyone who managed so far to not do it. How the fuck did you manage to hit me there? I kinda knew it. An empty bottle. I shall take that most graciously. Yet is rather advantageous. Yeah, that's a fucking long list, I have to say, for the do's and don'ts. Let me think on that for a moment to organize my thoughts, otherwise this is gonna be rather messy. Jesus Christ. You really do have too much in the way of help. Well, to start up with, I guess we start with the most obvious. Ideally, and I say ideally because, well, that is how you should treat any pricey pipe, you should give it time to rest after you use it, which ideally would be at least 24 hours. There's a bit of a debate if you should leave the burnt tobacco inside or not. I personally clean it out and then let the pipe rest. Cleaning should obviously be done after every use. That too should not actually be that surprising. Well, because you are talking about a living thing, wood in this case, a living material. Living materials have a tendency to not really like getting heated all over the place in, well, very, very short intervals. So for the longevity of your pipe, it is actually advised that you let it rest. Which is the reason why most pipe smokers that are somewhat into it actually possess more than one pipe. I mean, I have this one and I have it in copy. Like, I have like just two others just sitting around here for that particular reason. Now, since I personally kind of distinguish this This is the sort of pipe I let rest. See, my little special one. This one gets its rest. The other two, these are, relatively speaking, cheaper ones that are basically I use as workhorses. That is not good for their longevity, I'm well aware. However, that is kind of the point why I wanted them. You know, just simple cheap ones. As then I don't need to care so much. Speaking of heat, you don't want to smoke your pipe too hot. Meaning that, you know, you have it in your hand, you're gonna feel it getting warmer, of course. You don't want it to feel too hot. What is too hot kind of depends a little bit on the specific pipe, but generally speaking, you don't want it to be too hot because that too damages, of course, as I said, the living material you're dealing with, namely the wood. But that's not a good idea. As for the precise cleaning procedures, I'm pretty sure there are gonna be millions of YouTube videos. I wouldn't get too crazy about it, as I said, you know, so long as you clean out the head and give it a bit of time, you're basically going to be golden. Once every blue moon, you'll probably have to scratch out the toothpick burnt in things to get the head open and well, give it capacity again. There are some tools for that. As far as I'm aware, they're pretty pricey. So long as you have a thin and somewhat reasonably strong blade, you can do it with that, as if you're careful. Otherwise, you know, you could end up damaging it. That's just not good. The mouthpiece depends a bit on what sort of mouthpiece you get. But if you got a nice standard hard plastic one, you're in luck. You can just basically throw that in some water and wash it easily enough. Make sure that it dries, of course, before you reuse it, and that there's no, you know, soap shit in there, because that is going to ruin the taste of the tobacco rather easily. Anything else immediately? No, just don't smoke it too hot. Don't over smoke it if you want it to live a long while. Don't forget your cleaning. And so that kind of would then lead to the do list as well, you know. Do smoke it carefully. Do let it rest ideally. Do clean it every single time after use. I know it's tempting to not do so, but the amount of fucking shit that collects in your head is amazing. I've seen some examples that is bad. Cheap one. And I mean, if it's a cheap one and you're not caring about, you know, getting a replacement in a reasonable time frame, and up to you. You can treat a cheap pipe really well, and it's reasonably assumption can be made that it will last you for years. If you treat a cheap pipe cheap, aka you don't clean it regularly and you smoke it as hot as you want, or well, as the pipe can hold, then maybe it's only gonna last you a few months. That's kind of the price you pay. Up to you, honestly, at the end of the day. You want to treat it like that. I'm not going to tell you not to do, I'm just going to tell you outright that, and that has always been the case and will always be the case, I've not yet found a person who has not managed to ruin their first pipe one way or another. And if this is your first pipe, you will do probably the same. So I wouldn't be too worried about it, but it's good to get an idea. There are actually some relatively good guides on the internet for first-timers, if memory serves. Most of those are set in German, so that's probably not going to be too useful for you per se. But there should be some English ones as well. Pipe smoking is not something exclusively German after all. Nice one. And had that, to be fair. Technically speaking, so long as you are not going to be coming back to me complaining how and why your pipe didn't last nearly as long as you wanted it to, after you treated it cheaply and like a very, very cheap work, basically. Well, you've got my blessing. Oh, fishy. Queen Bolly. Ah, we're back to B-size. I was about to say. That's good. Now with the 7, yeah. When you have like two fucking sides to go through. Seriously? Like, come on, man. Actually, what would happen if I tried to do this the other way around? Yeah, kinda figured. Okay, probably continue to go the other way because that is fucking annoying me. Because it doesn't let me jump when I want to jump. Jesus, how did you hit me there, bitch? No. Hey, tobacco is only ever going to be a question of taste, personal taste. My guess, what do I smoke these days? Memory serves, I was still somewhat caught up because I had a pretty good deal with them for a while with the Danish mixture. And to be very specific, the ruby variant, to be quite clear about it. It's a pretty good middle of the road thing. It is rather intense, taste-wise. I personally like it. And I would of course also as such recommend it if you can get your hands on it. As well are, if memory serves, multiple sites that you can actually order it from. A Danish mixture. As I said, it is a relatively intensive one. The ruby variant comes with a nice little cherry aroma to it, which I personally find even sometimes a bit more nice than, for example, a classical or more classical vanilla one. But as I said, most of that is of course a matter of taste. So if you actually have a nice tobacco store around, chances are they will actually have the option for you to taste test a little bit. Which would be ideal, of course. There's nothing better than that. And if not, you probably can't really get or go too wrong with Danish mixture for starters. Especially because it's not the most pricey tobacco. Which just makes it rather nice. I guess technically a bit more of a pricey variant would be next in line would be Door from the Riff. That too is a rather nice one, but how do I say this? It always felt a little bit to me like it didn't or couldn't really justify its higher price level, so to speak. God damn it, board. Let me jump when I want to jump. Board is like, no. If I would let a chest be unmolested. Point is, I would never do that. It would feel horribly, horribly wrong to leave a chest unmolested. Let's see, there's still some treasure chests here. Nice, 16 in total even. That's not bad. And a crocodile. Yay! You too will have to learn the new trick. And now we'll roll sideways. I mean, it's not gonna help you much, but if it's something. Got that done as well. And I'm running out of health rather quickly, aren't I? It's not good. It's not good at all. The good thing is I can just stand around and heal, I'm assuming, since we're outside. We're not technically in a dungeon. No, of course not. How do I reach that chest? Can I just reach it from here? No. I guess I need to reach it from here then. Just barely not enough, eh? Well, now the chest collected. Pink pearl ring. And that is there in the middle. That's not really a problem for me to reach. I think that's gotta be the easiest to reach. There's a chest there. It's now more pricey, but it's still not really a good attack. Can you swim? Yes, sadly enough, we'll never find out if it can swim or not, as it just fall into the water. Well, if you don't want to swim, fair enough, creature. Fair enough indeed. Well, there's one more hidden treasure. Yeah. Yeah, let's take a little bit of room, get some speed. I really do hate it when a bit does that. Speculation, you can jump. Just not now. I speculate you down to the game. It's kinda game. Come on, the first time we did it in once. And now you're telling me I can't get it done in... Such a pain. Thanks, game. It was about time you kindly realized that. Yes, I can indeed jump there. Even though required to do it in the most stupid way imaginable, so I am still not happy about that, but I guess I'm gonna take it. Weird next to the entrance, eh? Very nice. That creature really does never learn. Just stands there, laughs in your face, gets beaten. Fair enough, my preferred skill, I must admit. Really? That's relatively well hidden, actually. Fair enough. Get murdered. Guys, I need to think about up here. That's up there, but I distinct feeling we're gonna get up there. Damage game. Don't think I didn't see the fucking hidden treasure there. We do seem to be getting larger amounts of resources though at this point, which I do kinda actually like. Oh god, you're gonna play around with this mechanic now, aren't you? Yes, yes, you fucking are. Wasn't really what I wanted to do.
ただいま、カージャ。行ってくれよ。
変わるわ。
交代だ。
Okay, that opens that gate. Not that gate.
燃えろ。
Fighting like this will be a pain in the ass though. I get all the pain in the world if I'm not gonna change much, so I'll just go and take it. Yes. Yet murdered upon. Okay, I open that gate. And that gate outside. That closes the gate, but since this gate is now open, more can progress. And destroy another thing. What to say, I'm pretty sure I never trained any of those skills, did I? Is gonna make this a bit of a pain in the ass, I will have to admit. Yeah, not by post prepared setup skill. But then again, none of us gives a trend up anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. We can just start doing it. Just do it. The punishment star plus even. I'm not opposed to that. Not opposed to that at all, actually. As for little Adol, you'll have to, yeah, continue on your merry way. Guess the only reason to go up here is to actually grab that chest, eh? I have a distinct feeling that I probably wanna slow down time. What a cheap trap. I mean, too, yeah, cheap and effective. Those two are not necessarily mutually exclusive, after all. Please consider it. And yes, there's another.
マナよ。はっ。
Nur dann Embryo on this particular side. It's just barely enough to kill one anyway. But at least they die. They fall down just as well as we do. Somewhat pleasant to be fair. Yes, good. Some satisfaction. The very moment they introduced that particular mechanic, I was like, yeah, that's gonna come back to bite you in the ass, isn't it? Well, doesn't take the game that long, does it? They use blue flame light or standard one. Ideally, and this is just a matter of taste, I would use matches. I mean, I use matches since basically forever. I think that any lighter has a negative effect on the taste. That's something that is highly debated ever since. If a lighter actually does that or not, I feel like it does. But, well, I mean, if you're opposed to matches, then I would probably see if I can get myself an actual pipe lighter, which is going to be rather comfortable to use. And if not, if you're going to use the lighter anyway, I don't think that... yeah, go for a standard one if you really don't have any alternative to go by. It's gonna feel fucking uncomfortable to light your pipe with that shit, but yeah, not of taste, I guess. Personally, I would still just go for matches, honestly, but as I said, you know, it is highly debated since basically forever if it or if not that is actually improving your experience. I would say yes, but as I said, that is personal opinion. And up to you. Well, I mean, nothing would happen at the end of the day. Stormlighter is also just another heat source, a very direct heat source. So long as you don't hold it too close, nothing bad should happen apart from getting your tobacco lighted. Yes, as I said, you know, it burns very hot, yeah, but so long as you're not holding it too close. And why would you take this particular pipe outside where you would need the stormlighter anyway? As I said, you know, you just get yourself a pipe lighter, which is far easier because it is actually formed in a way that it makes easier to light your fucking pipe. And if you really, really want to use the storm fucking lighter, it's okay. Did you just not hold it that close? Yeah. As I said, you're already kind of, you know, breaking the mold by using a lighter in the first place, so... you're probably not doing your tobacco any favors to begin with, so to speak. Kinda, but the flame is not just flame. Flame is... technically, flame is the end result of combustion, to be fair, but let's not get all chemical about it. What's the difference? Well, said combustion is the difference, because different materials combust differently, obviously. I think it is. I can only repeat myself there. I personally think it is. I think that it is better for the tobacco if you do prefer fucking grab matches. As I said, we can debate this all night long, and we can get a lot of so-called experts in on this too. We're also going to all have their opinion on that. I would honestly recommend it. Unless the sort of like smoking like you have, the leader's pipe, is meant to be smoked inside anyway. I don't think you're gonna have much problems. That kind of depends, honestly. If I go somewhere outside where I can sit down nice, easily, I have a little pouch where I can put everything inside, basically. But if I know it's a stormy day, then I'm gonna get it lighted properly anyway. I usually just don't wait until I'm inside again. That's the rare occurrence. If you go outside, you know, towards, I don't know, meeting with some friends, sitting at a sea or something, you know, something nice and enjoyable where you have some time to do the necessary prep work, then sure. If you're just out on a stroll, you don't plan any, you know, sitting time, not ideal. In such moments, nothing just beats the good old-fashioned cigarette. But since I don't smoke those any longer, I'm just like, well, fuck it. But if I really want to have a smoke outside, I probably would go for a cigar, honestly. As I said, if you go down to the harbor and you find a nice spot to sit down, and you have the actual time and moves to go through the motions of preparing the pipe and stuff, no problem. Well, that's probably doable. The only problem is always going to be to find a position that is at least somewhat protected, because lighting your pipe with matches outside, wind is a bitch. First, Gesto. Gesto always more important than the alternative. A pizza! Oh, that's a recipe you should absolutely have. You can do it like, you know, modern people and just go to the store and buy some frozen pizzas. Gets the job done as well. And you just buy some things to put on them and, well, you get a nice end result. Anyway, story time. Actually, before I sit here and rumble on, I need, for once, a bit of water. Loaded soil, eh? Rhino Rivers Bank. What an interesting name. The Nasna did it. The Lana floodgates. But something must have happened. After all. This place was founded by the Nermi. Yes, yes.
それも結界のロロか。ノーマンの中でも特に残忍で北グリアを恐怖に陥れた男だ。
Then he kinda settled.
それがこの場所に平和な国を築いていたなんて。
Interesting, isn't it? Ah, Zelda my mind was just right though. It's a good
こ
question.
のルーンストーンの内容じゃそこまでわからないわね。
Oh, maybe we'll find another moonstone. Maybe. Maybe something that tells us what happened. Actually, how far along are we? 13 out of 16, 3 out of 4, 9 out of 12, and 15 out of 18. Pretty good. Could you prepare it in advance? If you have a nice little pouch that holds your pipe still, yes, you can. You can get it all filled up with tobacco, and so long as you smoke it in a relatively shortish amount of time, the tobacco is not going to go stale that quickly. And tobacco has a tendency to be a lot more wet. Oh shit, no, that's it. Oh yeah, definitely you should prepare that in advance. Put it in your nice little pouch, so long as the pouch holds the pipe in the right position. Put in your little tools and shit, and be on your merry way. That would indeed be an option. As that kind of depends, you know, on what tools you have available to you for said transportation. No monsters up there. Fair enough, fair enough. Like that I've already leveled up twice just in this area. It does kind of showcase that the monsters are somewhat tougher down there. Well, not that I'm too worried, to be fair. At least not yet. Blue lumps. I do need more of those. I need more of all of the lumps to be precise, but...
結構高いところまで登ってきたはずよね。目的の装置はどこだよ。Really not my most favorite ability. It's kind of hard to aim it right. More gold. We're actually swimming in gold, aren't we? Okay, so we have all of the buried treasures, almost all of the crystal clusters. We're missing one travel point, one chest in crystal cluster. Seems we're actually looking pretty good on our promises so far. And that was up there. I smell a boss fight. I don't know about you, but I fucking smell a boss fight if I see something like this. Just looks too much like an arena. Which, to be fair, that's probably what's gonna be it, isn't it? Probably. Hmm. どうだかこいつらは神出鬼没だし手っ取り早く片付けるわよ That much is true. Well, it's already dead. I don't really need to care too much. しまった。今たリーチ。その声は。いやいや、成長したじゃないか。ヨルズさんを退けただけあるね。こっそり見ていようと思ったのに、うっかり拍手してしまった。ブラボー、ブラボー。Yeah, I feel a certain mocking undertone. Oh, actually, yeah. I thought you were there, doing fog things. そのつもりだったんだけどね。お前だけ楽するなとかヨルズさんに言われちゃって、霧の結界を張るだけでも結構疲れるんだけどひどいよね。ここで何をしていた？そりゃあもちろん懐かしんでいたのさ。ここはかつて僕たちが滅ぼした国だからね。That explains how the country was destroyed. その顔いいね。Good to know. So why did you destroy the fucking city? そこをいきなり話すのは興ざめだな。I kind of feared as much. でも、サガを盛り上げるのに ここはうってつけの舞台だ。よし。僕たちが探している人物は僕たちの主である。というのはヨルズさんに聞いたんだよね。僕たちの主とはこの国の君主だった男のことさ。
この国の君主ってまさか。
そうロロのことだ。
またその名前が出てくるのか。
僕らが望むのはロロの復活。そのために彼の血筋が必要だけど、これが見つからない。どこかに隠れているのか、それとももう存在しないのか、ちょっと焦っているんだけどね。
それでカルナックやバルタ島を。
Hey, good question. You seem to have built a nice peaceful nation, didn't you?
そう、それは正されるべき大いなる過ちだよ。かつて北海で暴虐の限りを尽くし戦乱を巻き起こした結界の喉。それこそが僕らが仰ぐ主の真の姿だ。
Maybe he changed
特に
tone
三
as
章
he
は
got older.
ロロによって生を受けたような存在だしね。どうだい、僕らを倒した方がいいとそう思ってくれたんじゃないかい。
Not more than before, actually. Pretty much been anyway.
いいね。それでこそ僕も敵役冥利に尽きるよ。オーズが成長した君たちに会いたがっていたよ。彼と君たちの決闘も楽しみだけど、
Think that
今
will
は
happen?
僕と君たちのサガを盛り上げていこうじゃないか。
I what if we kill you though?
目を見張るような展開に期待して
I'm expecting good movement effect there.
その調子だよ。
Oh great, yes, maybe probably shit.
めやがっておい兄弟、ここから上げていくぞ。
燃えろ。逃げ切れるかな。
I really don't like that he could just teleport away. Makes aiming that a lot more painful. You're gonna put pain in my backside. What do you know?
これはどうかな。そらそら。
I mean, you do realize that I can actually avoid that, right? Okay, maybe we need to do something about that. Jesus Christ, what should... They actually stun locked me there, that's... something. And I'm not talking about something good. Jesus Christ. That hurts. Not just my feelings. Aren't you gonna run out of ammunition at some point in the near future? Heal myself a little bit before I, die. Come on, heal me. Oh, that was a bit unplanned, to be fair. I should have done a lot more planning there. But I did not. Which, fair enough, you know, fair enough.
面白くないね。
Fair enough, I'll take that
僕が期
complaint.
待していたのはそんなありきたりな反応じゃない。
何？
ヨルズさんを退けて君たちは確かに成長した。ここまで僕に食い下がる人間は君たちが初めてかもしれない。そんな君たちだからこその表情や言葉が欲しいところだな。俺これは
教えてやるよ。それがマナだ。聞いてるじゃねえか。
それだよ。ははまさかね。なるほど、オーズの言う通りだ。
当然。気をつけろ。何か来るぞ。
いや、今日はやめておこう。
あ、
That's kinda... Yeah, what happened to make the saga go down there?
逆だよ。もっと盛り上げたいと思ってね。このラナ大水門を抜けた先の海域、そう、フルーメン海峡にサガを盛り上げる最高の舞台がある。僕はそこで君たちとサンドラス号を待つことにするよ。
なんだと。
二人ともきっと驚くし、期待しておいてほしい
Same
もの
feeling
が
I'm
ね。
not gonna like your surprise,
そ
and
れ
I
じ
know.
ゃ
おい。
この借りは次に会った時に返そう。覚えていたまえ。
I mean, we don't have that many named enemies that we're in any real danger of forgetting them.
逃げやがった。ふん、分かってる。私たちももっと強くならねえとな。
I should definitely level up a bit more. Can't argue with that particular point. Never a bad idea, that.
珍しいな。
And now we have 100%. Ah, I do love 100%. Which pleases me greatly to see
これ
that
が
particular
水門
number.
の昇降機なの。私こういうの苦手なのよね。橋が上がり始めた。
Maybe did the trick.
さすが兄弟。三角海域の南下を諦めて東から迂回することにしたでしょ。
Oh yeah, not that
こ
long
こで
ago.
先に進めなかったらどうしようってずっと不安だった。
Well, we indeed couldn't have known until we
そうだな。
tried.
これに関しちゃ
A replay
グ
point.
レンの言う通りかも。よし、サンドラス号に戻るわよ。
Let's just make sure nobody randomly now after we have traveled all the way down. Just changes the level again. That would be rather annoying.
一息つこうか。
That do mean rather annoying.
グリーガーたちが
この地にあった国を滅ぼした。
They didn't eat.
そんなことが。
奴らの出任せじゃねえのか。
ノルガルド公国、確かに聞いたことはないな。
でも100年前のことなんて実際にわからないよね。
自分たちの町でも100年前に何があったかなんて知らないしね。
それと、ロロの子孫がどこかにいるってことだよね。グリーガーたちにその人が見つかっちゃったら。ラーグの話が本当ならロロを捜索した方が良さそうだ。ただサンドラス号が人探しするのはあまりに非効率だ。どちらかというとこれはバルタ水軍の役目かもな。
まあ何にせよ水門が開いてよかったぜ。これで先へ進むことができるな。ま、ここに残りたそうな顔してるやつもいるけど。
Adventure, can I?
いいわけねえだろ。
Oh.
お前の気を引くものが多いのはわかるけど。この先はオベリア湾屈指の難所フルーメン海峡だ。全員
The disappointment in
気
his
合を
face
入れ
though.
てもらうぞ。
で、どんな海域なんだ？
潮流や離岸流が複雑に絡み合う海域です。加えて海岸線も複雑で座礁しやすいと聞いています。今のサンドラスなら通過できる性能はあるはずですが。
あとは俺たち次第ってか。
だな。ここまで来た私たちならきっと大丈夫だ。グリーガーの目的が分かった以上立ち止まるわけにもいかねえだろ。
足りめえだ。オベリア湾を奴らの好きにはさせねえぞ。
私も怖いけどこのまま全てを失うのはもっと怖いから。
Don't worry. I'm gonna get the next
そうだね。
part then as well.
まあいつか帰る場所ってのが大事だよね。
みんなよし行こう。フルーメン海峡を抜けるぞ。
Once again, we finished the whole fucking area, didn't we? I don't know, I want to check if that's actually the case or if we're missing something.